Good morning, y'all. Mark Bateman here from Pure South Pastures. You can hear the cows in the background this morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's a little chilly. We've been having a little bit of warm weather, and it's turning off cold in the mornings. It's warming up during the days though, so it's still pretty nice. I'm just wanting the grass to grow, so hopefully we'll get some more warm weather, but it is a beautiful morning out. I wanted to talk to you this morning about how we unroll our hay. We just do it by hand. We don't have any machinery, any tools to do it. But it's a pretty simple process. Our cows eat about 1/2 to 3/4 of a bale a day. And so this looks like really over mature hay, but it's actually wheat that's been baled at high protein stage. So it works. The cows really like it pretty good. So I'll normally give them a bale of that, and then the next day I give them a bale of grass hay. But anyway, you can see here I've used the pitchfork and strewn this out a little bit. But basically we just we put our bale of hay with a tractor on a small trailer. I'll show you in just a second. And we haul it out to wherever we're going to feed. This will be today's paddock. It's a long strip that goes down to that tree line where there's water, and then back to the fence back there. But you can see how the hay rolls out in pretty much just a string of it. I'll feather that out with the pitchfork, but we bring the bale out one at a time, bales out one at a time on this little trailer. It's a little tilt trailer, works really good. Just pull with a 4-wheeler. The reason we do that is because if we were to bring a tractor out here, we have to cross 1, maybe 2 creeks to get here. And it just, I mean, it would just make a mess and compact the ground, not to mention fuel usage and all that. So we just load it on here, bring them out, and when we need them, and we can put them right where we want them. We've considered bale grazing. I've considered bale grazing this, but it just, I don't know. I just don't know that I could get them set early where I want them. I don't know how things are going to go. We pretty much are playing it day by day, and how we're going to move them. And so right now I'm still getting a feel for the land and how we're grazing and where we're moving them during the winter and all that. So we just choose to move them when we need them. We put them on that little trailer. I always make sure that when they roll off, they'll roll off where they'll unroll easily. So you got to turn them the right way and then just roll it off by hand and then just push it. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but we get it done. And so we just push it, unroll it, and I'll unroll about half, and then I'll bring the wire behind them here and cut off that bale and run over to that other line over there. And so that bale will be cut off, or they can't have access to it until tomorrow. Something that's really important, I learned this the hard way. When you do that, when you run a bale out and you want to keep the cows off of it, and so when you start rolling it out, you have that layer of hay right here, right in this area right here. It's important that you make a break, cut the hay, make sure that there's no hay right here, because what'll happen is if there's a thick layer of hay right there and you run a line, hot wire across here to keep the cows out of it, what they'll do is they'll reach down, they'll grab a bite of hay, and they'll pick up a big bundle of that hay and they'll drop it on the hot wire. Before you know it, they're crossing the hot wire into the hay. Ask me how I learned that. So now whenever we get the hay set where it's going to be for the next day, we'll create a break like you see right there. There's not much hay here. We'll kick all of this back, and then we'll run a line across there to keep the cows out of that, and then they can have access to this strip and all of this hay for today. So that's how we do it. If you have any questions about that, any thoughts about it, if you're a small farm and you don't have a Greg Judy bale unroller or a bale unroller on your tractor, or you don't want to bring your tractor out, that's a simple way you can do it. And we'll probably do that way for a while. I would like to have an unroller, and someday hopefully I will. But right now I'm trying to keep costs down and just try to make these cows pay for themselves. And the way you do that is just getting out here and working hard and doing it yourself a little bit. So cows are pretty happy in the sunshine this morning. This is our bull. He's a South Pole bull from Greg Judy's farm. He's doing really good. The cows have lost some condition this winter. You know, going into the winter, we were in a drought, so they didn't have great grass going in. And so they've been on not great feed since I wasn't feeding hay in September, but the forage just wasn't good. I mean, it was just so dry, the heavy drought. And this guy's he's so gentle. So, but the calves are looking good. The cows are looking pretty good. This is the first calf heifer here. She's just had her first calf. She's actually a Devon, grass genetic, long line of grass genetics, but she's a good mama. Cows are doing pretty good this morning. Hopefully we'll have some green grass soon that will get them put some weight on them. These are two calves that were born in the same week, just a couple weeks ago. These are going to be out of that South Pole bull. Their mamas are red Angus. The bull's coming up to me here. He's mean, y'all. He's mean, y'all. Look out. He wants me. He wants me to rub his neck. I really try to not get too trusting of him. They're still animals. So this is a steer that he'll be going to processing in May. Hopefully get some grass in him between now and then. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how we unroll our hay. It's very basic. We unroll it by hand. But hauling it out by the trailer, I think, is really it's really a great way to do it. One bale fits on that trailer perfectly, and you can go through a creek, you can go through water. I mean, sometimes I have to put the four-wheeler in four-wheel drive, and sometimes it's, I mean, up to my ankles on the four-wheeler. So it's pretty deep water up over the tires, and it still handles it just fine pulling through and mud or whatever. So, and it doesn't leave big ruts and mess up the ground. That's the main thing. So that's what we're trying to do. We're constantly trying to build the soil. We want to make this place better, which it really needs it. And so that's what we're in the process of doing. And the last thing we want to do is come out here with a tractor and just wear out paths that are just compacted and won't grow anything this spring and summer. So that's what we're doing here. I got to get to work. God bless you guys. Have a great day today. Check us back out at Pure South Pastures. Be sure to like and subscribe. That helps us a lot. So we would like to build the channel, and so I appreciate anybody that could help us do that. Thanks.